Okay, here we go. Strixhaven, School of Mages. Let's see if we can get this open. What have we here? That would be our token. Flip this over. What have we here? Is that autographed? It's embossed. Look at that. Mark. Pretty cool. That's really neat. Okay, so let's see what we get. A forest. A lesson. This is a really good card. I use this in my draft decks all the time. Same with him. Nice solid 2/4. And a learn. Gain 4 life. Dual lands. These were really nice in draft. Being able to pay 4 and scry 1 mid to late game always helped out. You're getting through that bottom half of the deck. Wow, this pack is just full of cards I would draft into. Target creature deals damage to target creature or permanent you don't control. If it went in, yeah, I'm screwing that all up. Anyways, you can read it. Gain 2 life. That's a big factor when it comes to green black. Is that gain life? He's always nice too. For 2, you get to bring him back from the graveyard only if you gain life that turn. But how often do you gain life in black and green? All day long. Deadly Brew. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If you sacrificed a permanent this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So return and removal. Oh, Elder Dragon. Yeah, look at that. All art. Beautiful. Prismari. When Prismari enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Artifacts you control have tap and add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast instants and sorcery spells. 3/4 flyer. For 4? Beautiful. Beautiful. Time Warp? Are you serious? Dual Mythics? Same pack? Alt art? Tangle Trap. That's another good one to use in draft. 2 drop. You can either do 5 damage to a flyer, which pretty much kills any flyer in draft, or destroy an artifact. And what do we have here? We have a useless card. All right, let's go for another booster pack. That was pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Pretty good. I love these lands. It's very pretty. All right, booster pack number 2. We're gonna do, let's see, 8 more after this one. I'm doing these in 10 booster pack chunks. The first one of this particular video was a test, and honestly, I didn't like the way it came out, so we won't be seeing that one. What is this? Oh, that's that big 7/7 worm, isn't it? That looks cool. Very cool. Man, I like these. Oh, look at that. Shiny Island. Shiny Island. Who doesn't like a foil land? Shiny. Let's put that over here. Actually, let's put that over there with the rest of the foils, huh? Oh, there's a good lesson. Lesson learned. That's a flyer. Oh, I don't want to see that. It looks like it's blue, though. First strike. Yeah, this is a really good card. You know, things like this remind me of Prowess and those old speed decks. I've been debating on how to make this into like a red-white copy, or red-blue copy. Can you imagine? And I know there's some Prowess in Standard right now, too. Hey, look at that. Omen. It's saying build me. You know you want to build me. Tell end of turn, learn. Hey, there's our... it's 3 though. For a red aggro, I don't know. I don't think that would be too useful. I mean, it's by far a good card, but like in red aggro, I think 3 cost is just too much. Let's see what we got here. I'm getting too close to the screen. My problem is I'm half blind, so I'm trying to see over the top of my box that I've got you guys in here, opening packs, and looking at my camera screen trying to see what we got. That's a nice one. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When this creature dies, create a 2/3, so it replaces itself. That's fancy. What's this? Decisive Denial. Oh yeah, this is that one. Counter a creature unless a controller plays 3. Target creature your control fights target creature. Ooh. That's funny. Yeah, there we go. Elite Spellbinder. When he enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, the owner may play it. No bueno. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. Yeah, how about no? I don't want to give it back to him. You kidding me? Especially to cast it for 2 more? Are you kidding me? And he's a 3/1. For 3, I mean, okay. Yeah, if he's got that late game thing in his hand and you want to make it so that it takes him a little longer to cast it, he's probably just going to get it back to his hand with it being a 3/1. So much removal that, yeah, nope. No. Whirlwind Denial. Yes. Full art. That's so pretty. Yeah, that hurts. That right there hurts. I've been hit by that a few different times. Great card. Great card. So let's put you over here. And... oh, Reflective Golem. This guy's cool. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets only Reflective Golem, you may pay 2. If you do, copy that spell and choose new targets for the copy. And he's a 2/3. For 3. You want to talk about a great artifact. Goodness. Here, let me just double the spell for 2. For 2. There's an owl that's in this set that has an ability that you can pay 0 and cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard that targets a creature you control. Right? So that's free. Then you pay 2 and you're targeting 2 things. Yeah. Dirty. Amazing card. Okay, let's get these put down so that I can see what else we got. Ooh, what's this? What's all this? Hey, this is a Magic 21 card. Hey. Oh, that's right. It says here that some cards from Magic's history will be in here. Look at that. Sweetness. That's cool. That's cool. So we got these cool things. We got the mastery stuff, right? But then, in these booster packs, we're also getting history cards. Everyone's guaranteed a foil. Like, my personal opinion, this set here is really delivered in the way of diversity and the art. The art is absolutely amazing. I'm really impressed with where Magic's gone in the last year. You know, a lot of the sets, it's like mixed reviews and stuff, but really looking back on it overall, yeah, there were a few sets that just, right? But at the same time, when you look back as a whole, you know, we're looking at using our sideboards more. Exile cards are now in play. You know, face down cards are back. How great is that? You know, getting inside of the head of your opponent and having options that are, yeah, Magic is different now. And overall, I think that this set really brings the heart of it back in the new style. So I may be alone in that. I'm sure that there'll be somebody in the comments that says, no. You know, such and such set sucked. I don't care what you say, but whatever. Agree to disagree. All right, so let's put that down over there. And let's see what we got here. Ooh. Yep, we're upside down again. that? That's neat. That's neat. Selfless Glyph Weaver. Looks like there's 81 cards in this set, and from what I'm seeing, you get one in every pack. So we're going to get to see 30 of these today. Hopefully not very many doubles, because I mean, I think I'm going to have my wife frame these all together as a in a picture frame. She does that kind of stuff, and put these on my wall, because these are really, really neat. I like this. A swamp. Goes over here. That's a lesson, isn't it? Yep, that's a lesson. That's a good lesson. Exile target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Doesn't have flying. That's the important part. It's a 3/2 on the ground. So, you know, exiling a non-land permanent and trading it for a 3/2 instead, I'd go for that any day, especially for 3. And it being a lesson means that this is in your deck, but not in your deck. There's some other instant or sorcery or creature that allows you to learn to go get this. And it's a 3-drop. Great, great removal in white. What have we here? Well, you know what? It's kind of an oddball. Notice here. It's an uncommon. It was an uncommon on top. Odd stack on the pack. That tends to mean good things. This guy, oh my goodness, in draft, playing against Prismari, if they get 2 or 3 of these in, man, yeah, 3-drop, it's a 2/2, it's got the ability to tap down stuff when it comes in that doesn't untap, it's a flyer, yeah, it gets dirty when there's 2 of those on the field, and, you know, back to back, and, I've lost a couple of games to that one. I'm sure who hasn't. A Mage Duelist, yeah, this is the other fight target creature, isn't it? Yep. Then it fights target creature you don't control. Boom. Costs 2 less if you cast another instant or sorcery this turn. So 2 for 2. Excuse me, 1 green to do that. Cool. What's over here? Dragon's Approach. Okay, this in Historic, where you have access to all the dragons of the past that haven't been banned, which I believe is most of them. Yes, yes sir, any number of them. And besides that, I mean, 3 damage to an opponent for 3, and you can have as many of them in your deck as you want. Why not just build a deck around something else and have this as burn? Especially when you can copy stuff so much. Oof. What have we here? Oh yeah, this one's good too. This is another way to copy stuff. Check this out. So not only is it a 1/4, so it's a solid ground creature for 3, right? So early game, 2 mana, return it to your hand to copy instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Copy. Dangerous. And the great part is this doesn't say your turn. So why not use this as a blocker, bump it back to your hand if the creature gets too big, as long as it doesn't have trample? I mean, really. This has a lot of diversity in it. Great card. What have we here? Ingenious Inspiration. Deals 3 damage to any target. Learn. There you go. Another 3-drop with Learn. And I haven't seen this card before. It's a 4-drop, double strike. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may cast instant or sorcery from the graveyard without paying its cost. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. Well, now, give Mr. 1/4 here a little trample or a little flying, and he's apt to be getting through for 2 free instants and sorceries out of your graveyard. Granted, you have to exile him, but I mean, come on. What do we got here? Claim the Firstborn. That's always a nice card. Let's look at the art of that. Wow. Yeah, see? This is what I'm talking about. When has Magic gone this length to appease our eyes? You know, everybody loves a colorful text. What does it say down here? Flavor text. Will, they have a copy of Tales of the Fae here. Want me to read you a bedtime story? Funny. And a shiny lesson that allows us to go get a land and gain 2 life for 2. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right, let's move on to the next booster pick. It's shiny. I hope you guys are liking the content. I'm having fun making it right now. But who doesn't love opening booster packs, am I right? Am I right? It's a spirit. It's kind of crazy looking. Looks like a busted up statue that's come to life. Alright, moving on. I'm having too much fun with this. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we got a shadow here that's just not playing nice, is it? Why do we have that shadow? Hello? Oh, there it is. Haha, problem solved. Wow. Oops. Is my light on? Yep, light's on, good. Just seems really dark. It is really dark because the light moved off. Is this better? This is better, okay. A floret. Hey, there's an out of order. Out of order rare. This is a good thing. This means this booster pack's gonna have more rares in it. Wish that light would not have that shadow right there. That's so frustrating. Sorry guys. I'll figure this out better next time. Wonder if we go like this. Give us a little more room away from it. Huh? This way? This way? Hello? Can we please just have light? That's better. A little bit. Yeah. It's a lesson. Man, that is annoying me right there. Why are you doing this to me? Stop it. Because I don't have a big enough hole in my box. I keep... Anyways. Ah. Choose a non-land card name your opponent controls. Your opponent can't cast spells with the chosen name until the end of next turn. Choose a non-target... choose a target non-land permanent. Until end of next turn, it can't attack or block or activate its abilities. Fun. For 2. That's actually a good lesson. Hey, your Planeswalker can't be used this turn. Why not? Oh, this guy's nice. Yep. The Pledge Mage. Magecraft. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or copy one, you get to gain a life. When you're in a life drain deck, oh boy. Fun times, fun times. Shit. Star Pupil. Here's another really good draft card. It's a 1/1 counter on it. When he dies, put that 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. Good stuff for 1. His first turn. That's always nice too. Put 2 1/1 counters on something for 4. And your creature get a buff. Finally. This chick. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. Pay 1, sacrifice another creature, probably a pest, where you gain a life, they lose a life, so they lose another life because you gained a life. Yep. She gets plus X plus O until end of turn, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. So she would be a 2/3 for her sacrificing a pest. Sacrifice something big, she gets big. But usually she just sits back and allows you to drain them every time you gain life. And how often do you gain life in Strixhaven? All day playing black and green. Sacrifice as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice creature, create X little pests that when they die, you gain a life. So there you go. Right? Where X, then you create a number of tokens where X is the power of the creature that you sacrificed. Spiffy. I love that card. I've used that on somebody. Ooh, Magma Opus. This is one people really like. 3 different things it does. Does 4 damage to divide it any way you choose among any number of targets, so up to 4 targets. Tap 2 target permanents. Create a blue and red 4/4 elemental creature token. Draw 2 cards, or you can discard it and create a treasure token for cheap, because you know it's a 8-drop. There are ways to make that cheaper. A lot of ways to make that cheaper. They were kind enough in Prismari to do that because they like casting big flashy things. Or for that matter, why not this? So, here's an interesting thought. You remember this guy, right? And where is he? Where's the one? You remember the creature? Makes it so. Oh yeah, Mr. Double Strike. Where's Mr. Double Strike? Here he is. Mr. Double Strike. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard without paying its mana cost, correct? So, why not cast this for free? But then, wait, there's more. Why don't we, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only him, pay 2. If you do, copy the spell and choose new targets for the copy. Okay, so here's the thing. What targets a creature? Okay, we'll deal 4 damage to him, divided by any number of targets. Doesn't say it has to be your opponent's targets, so we're going to target him for 4. Tap 2 target permanents. Nope. We wouldn't be able to copy it. Because, see? Wait a minute. Yep. Because he's only 1 target permanent. Bimmer. But still, I mean, hello. Double Strike. Cast for free. Yeah. That's nasty. And we have another rare. Ooh, what's this? Pestilent Cauldron. 1 black and 2. Discard a card, create a pest. Pay 1, tap. Each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gained this turn. Oh, I see something stupid with this card. So, how many ways are there to life drain? When your opponent loses life, you gain life. There's all kinds of things like that. Do you realize that you could literally drop this and potentially mill half your opponent's deck, 30 your opponent's deck in a turn for 1? So cost. Yeah, that's exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard, draw a card. Nice, and it doesn't require sacking the artifact to do so. So this just keeps happening. Keeps happening. That is a good artifact. Good job, Wizards. And it's the right kind. Ooh, hey, it's the right kind of cost too. Good job, Wizards. I like that. What do we got here? Is that a? Yeah, what that says. For 1 white, exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under your own. Oh, this is just a flicker with a rebound. That's cool. That's cool. That's like 3 rares in this pack? 3 rares in this pack. And Oh, that's kind of cool too. Put two counters on target creature you control. Other creatures you can control get +1/+1. We saw that earlier, didn't we? Was that this pack? Did we really get... I think we actually got this in foil and non-foil in this pack. That was pretty cool. Onward. Wow, we're up to 25 minutes. I need to shut up a little more and open more packs. Keep talking, Daddy. It's okay. Man, it's hot in here, though. I'm going to have to take a break after this one before I start the next video because, ooh. Right? Right? You need to get yourself some of these booster packs, man. These are cool. Memory lapse. All right. We got a foil of that earlier. Another good lesson. Solid 4/4 for 5. Vigilance and Menace for 5. Kind of cool artwork. This excavated wall. Oh my goodness. Talk about a lifesaver in draft. A 1-drop. Here, let me get out early with an 0/4. I have never, ever milled a card with this wall. That is the most pointless effect ever. There is no reason in this set that I would want to put a card in my graveyard to begin with, randomly off the top of my deck. But, like, huh? Why? 1 mana for 0/4? Okay. That's where it stands. Gain 2 life. Then you may discard 2 cards. If you do, draw 3 cards. Sure, why not? Thrill of discovery. Thrilling discovery. Anything like thrill of possibility? Solve the equation. Search your library for an instant or sorcery, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Okay, for 3? Sure, why not? Blue gets a Grim Tutor for 3, with no side effects. Okay. Not even put it on top of your library, just here. Have it. Oh. The downfall. It's a sorcery. Plum. The Forbidden. Additional cost to cast this spell. You may sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, copy this spell for each creature sacrificed this way. Hello, pests. Bye-bye, pests. I'm going to gain some life, pests. And then I'm going to draw a card for each of you and lose a life for each of you. Thank you for giving me the life so that I could lose the life. Now I'm still balanced even and I got another hand. For 2. On the instant. So do it at the end of your opponent's turn. Bye-bye, pests. Hello, new hand with all my mana untapped. These are kind of cool lands, actually. It's a rare, too, so. When it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a forest or island card from your hand. If you do, it enters the battlefield. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. So, yeah. Urza's Rage. I already have one of these, but that's a good card. It's got a kicker. The spell can't be countered. Does 3 damage to any target. If the spell is kicked instead, it deals 10 damage to that permanent or player, and the damage can't be prevented. So, that's way too much for a kicker. So it would be 2 and 10. But I mean, hey, damage. To be here. Mentor's Guidance. Whenever you cast a spell, copy it if you control... And whenever you cast this spell, copy it if you control a planeswalker, a cleric, a druid, a shaman, a warlock, or a wizard. Scry 1, draw 1. Hey, look, it's opt. Only copyable, so you get 2 opts for the price of 3. Right? Is opt 1? Opt's 1, right? I feel kind of silly right now. What is the list? 1 of 4 boosters contains a hand-picked... 1 in 4 set boosters contains a Hand-picked from Magic history. Yes, sir, that's a token. We got one of those, remember? Boom. Magic 21. Let's see, we've opened more than 4 boosters. We've opened 6 boosters. And we've gotten 1. So you know what that means? That means this one is apt to have one, based on the statistics. We shall see. Whew. We got, there's like 3 more packs to go in this video. And then I'm going to take a break. Booster peek. That's our pest. The pest. When this creature dies, gain alive. Oh, wow. Have a look-see at this. Look at Mr. Thor up here in the corner. He's like, yeah, I'm in Magic now. I don't know. Hey, look. Is that his hammer? That looks like a reference to his hammer. You see it? It's a hammer. And a really poor Thunderbolt. Why is Thor in Magic? Why? Who they say this guy is? Sign in blood. Okay. Yeah, it's still Thor. I don't care what you say. Yeah, okay, onward. Onward. Oh, here's a lesson. Scry 2, draw 1 for 3. I really like a lot of these lessons because you notice that they're a generic mana cost, which means you can put them in any deck. Any deck can have this as a sideboard. You know how blue's the one that gets all the privilege when it comes to scry and draw, typically speaking. Well, now everybody gets it. You just got to learn something. See what I did there? 4 damage. 4 damage. Can't be countered. There. I like this. I like how red has a little bit of advantage now against blue, which usually just absolutely destroys it. Hey, now, what do we got here? I accidentally put this land over here in the wrong spot. We're going to put it over here. There we go. All right. Onward. 5 drop, 3/4 with haste and scry. That's always nice. That's a good solid 5 drop. Here's another good green 04 defender. You can tap him and gain a life. Hey, there's a relevant use. Or you can sack him and learn something. Clean these up just a little bit here. Give me a moment. Bear with. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you gain life this turn. Look at that. So for 1 black and 1 green, hey, destroy something. Anything except for a land. Juicy. Oh, hey, this guy. Here you go. This goes with that other chick earlier. He's a 2-drop. Love me some 2-drop. Magecraft. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or copy one, each opponent loses a life, you gain a life. And then if I gain a life, you lose a life. Yeah, dirty. Here's the bookworm. Hey, look. See? There he is. Remember this? Check it out. There he is, the bookworm. So cool. So cool. His ability to come back is just stupid. Here, he's a 7/7 trample. He costs a fortune. But why not just discard him until you have that 8 mana? Because then you can pay 3 and put him on top of your from your graveyard on top of your library, 3rd from the top. Well, 3 turns from now. Oh yeah, and you know what? It doesn't say on an instant or sorcery, so you can do this at the end of your opponent's turn. So then when you draw a card off the top, it's only 2 turns till you're drawing him instead of 3. Yeah. Yep. Reusable from the graveyard, 7/7 trample. Boy, that's a nice late game in draft, because then they got to deal with that trample. I've finished people with that. Oh, Honor Troll. Hey, this is a good one too. He's a 2/3 with Vigilance. If you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1. Is he an elephant? He is not an elephant. Honor Troll gets 2 +2 +1 as long as you have 25 or more life, which is not hard. when you're playing Life Drain. Biblioplex. This is a great card too in draft. So for one thing, it's a land, added generic, but pay 2 and tap. You can look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant source card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put that card into your hand, you may put that card into your graveyard, or not, put it back on top of your library if you so choose. Activate this ability only if you have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand. The beauty of that is, again, can be done at the end of your opponent's turn as a scry draw ability. I mean, if it's a land, you're drawing it. Otherwise, basically, you're, what is that, Surveil? Isn't it Surveil that's like scry, except if you can choose to throw it in the graveyard instead? You know, I mean, bomb. Great card right there. Eliminate. 1 black and 1. Destroy a target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. Notice they changed it to mana value instead of mana cost. It's an interesting change, simplification of text, and a shiny revitalize. Hey, this is a mystical archive. Gain 3 life, draw a card. Oh yeah. Look at that art though. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to do one more pack here, and then I'm going to be done and take a break, because I am just sweating so bad that I honestly don't want to keep touching the cards after this pack before I go and take a break and cool off a little bit, because sweaty fingerprints on cards, no bueno, especially if you pull something good. So far, it's looking like a, you know, pretty average valued packs, but just some awesome cards. Quite frankly, I'm really happy with it. You got an inkling. I got an inkling that this is going to be a good pack. Hello, hello, sir. Casting all kinds of fiery stuff everywhere. How are you today? He's got inklings next to him, actually. Let's see here. That's cool. All right, that up there. Got another beautiful island. At an additional cost, cast a spell, exile a creature you control. Exile target creature or planeswalker. You know, it's a lesson. It's a black lesson that basically does a lot of the same thing as the white one does. It's 2 white and 1. Not bad. Here's a way to learn on turn 1. 1 white. Put a, oh yeah, well, turn 2, because you need a creature to put a counter on. But, you know, hey. When it dies, put a counter on. If it had a +1/+1 counter on it, draw a card. Not bad. The Professor's Warning. Artifact that doesn't get used much. First day of class. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, which is always fancy, put a 1/1 counter on it, and it gains haste until end of turn. Learn something. That could be a nice combo card, quite honestly. This guy's cool. Mcgoth. Woe Eater. He's a 7/6 at the beginning of your upkeep. Sacrifice creature. When you sacrifice him, each opponent discards a card, you draw a card, and you gain 2 life. A little 1-drop black flyer. 1/1. When it dies, learn something. Here we go. Lorehold Command. This is a good card. Choose 2. Create a 2/3. Excuse me. Dyslexia. Gotta love it. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gained indestructible and haste until end of turn. Lorehold Command deals 3 damage to any target. Target player gains 3 life. And sacrifice a permanent, then draw 2 cards. So you get to pick 2 of those 4 options for 5 mana.
Lorehold's Command. Pretty decent card.
Boom. Mana Tithe. Counters target spell unless the controller pays 1 for 1 white. Taxpayer. Ouch. White counterspell. Weatherbloom Branch Mage. That's that one where maybe cast or copy an instant of sorcery, you gain a life. And he's a 5/5. Did I mention that for 5?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty cool. And
Is he the last one? He is the last one in that one. All right, guys.
well, this has been fun. Thank you. I will see you in 5.